So welcome back. This video is going to be a little bit different than my last one where I did the thrifting. I noticed that when I try to do some of the thrifting videos, at least when I was trying to do that one, the thrift stores around where I am tend to be a little bit too crowded, tend to have a lot of people talking and just things in the background, so I tend to have to mute a lot of it. And if you noticed in that video as well, I lost out on something due to the fact that if you're not quick, somebody can snatch something that you might be interested in. So I think on this video I'm going to take a little bit of a different format and instead show you some of the things that I was able to acquire throughout the past 2 weeks. Actually, from the filming of that video, I actually missed one particular item that I actually saw on the way to the counter when I was about ready to buy it. And in all honesty, let's go ahead and just dive right into some of the cool little things that I get from both thrifting and discount stores like Ross and stuff like that. So first up on that list, I acquired this. I did not have a Modulus, I believe it's called the Ion Fire, if I'm not mistaken. I know it's just a reskinned Sharp Fire, but it was a couple of bucks. And like I said, I don't have one. It was nice to finally get a hold of it. It's definitely been very well used, which is fine. But we'll see what I can come up with it eventually. As it came across my desk, obviously, we'll get into it and tinker and maybe brass barrel it for fun and things like that. So, but yeah, that's first on the list of many different things that I was able to acquire. Next on the list, we've got a interesting one. This is actually the Busby. It's known as the Panther. From some of the other different lines, I believe it was Air Warriors. This particular one was sold under the Air Zone, which obviously, if you looked on the back, was a Toys R Us exclusive. This is a bit of a sought after. At least for me, I've never come across one. This was the first time. It is a air-powered blaster, good for putting into a lot of different things. Actually, this particular one I've tried seeing if I could chrono it just to see stock numbers, and I was exploding the back end of darts out of it. Yes, if you use Nerf style or Adventure Force style darts, for some reason when you put a little bit too much into it, it tends to blow the back of the dart in half. Usually what will happen is it will actually split somewhere along these lines. So it does allow and have a lot of potential. Both, I believe they've been used to shoot demolisher rockets and a lot of other little things. They can be overpressured a little bit. Spring values can be changed in the overpressure valve, and I have some plans with it. I would love to get into it, and I will be definitely streaming getting into this one. I'm very fascinated to see how it works. Next on the list, oh yeah, I've already got multiples of these actually. I even have the special edition, but this one was for $5, reduced at Ross actually. And I haven't even taken one of the ones I have out of the box, so I don't even know what these look like. The nice thing about this is that because it was so cheap, I'm not afraid, and it was already out of the box. This was literally how it was sitting in the store, was just sitting on the shelf like this. I am a bit interested in getting into the internals. I know these are very similar to the Kronos and a lot of the other pistols from the rival rounds, but this particular Diva, I'm a little fascinated to get into it, and like I said, I am not afraid. It's actually a bit dirty, a little bit beat up. There was even some kind of slime on the handle when I got, like, in the store. I had to go get some wipes and wipe it down because it was actually really gross. And I was actually kind of surprised. I haven't looked up these particular blasters or what anybody else has done with them, but I didn't know actually of this this back portion that actually would recoil. So I was a little bit surprised when I got to finally test fire it and see what it was like. So really excited about that. And like I said, I'm glad I have one. I am not worried about the aesthetics. I'm not worried about keeping it in nice condition. I can paint it. I can do whatever I feel like with it. So this was a nice, cool little find to get. On to the next one. All right, next on the list, being that I was at Ross, of course I picked up another one of these shell upgrades with the trilogy shells, and I don't know how many of these I've picked up in the time. I keep trying to grab a couple every time I go, just to try to, accumulate these shells as best I can. Don't really care about the darts. Most people don't care about the Nerf ones. They're just whatever. Attachments are fine. Those are nice to have, but obviously there's a lot of integrations and a lot of new 3D printed blasters, like the new one from Captain Slug, the Flak Blaster, which looks really cool. So I might have to acquire a hardware kit for that, especially since I am now getting enough of these shells. So next one on the list, a staple that you can never go wrong with getting multiples of, Rapid Strikes. That's right, I have come across quite a few of these actually. I've been kind of picking these up as best I can from Goodwills just because, well, they're awesome. The pushers in them are great. The Uzi kits where you cut them down, cutting the stock off and cutting the front off are amazing. As a nice little dart hose. You can never really go wrong with them. These guys are going to become more and more rare as time goes on, but you might see more of them picking up. Who knows? Obviously, a lot of people are picking up the new reskinned ones from the newest lines. So, like I said, maybe we'll see more, or maybe we'll see less because people want those pushers out of these. So, yet again, another really good find for me, and especially at $4, you can't really go wrong. And in the same light as the Rapid Strikes, Hyperfires. I have a couple of these. This one did have the drum mag. That's kind of what pushed me to buy it. I mean, it was almost $8, which is a little pricey, but it did come with batteries, which is always nice. I do get a little bit too much batteries, though. I'm really got way too many boxes of batteries, and those batteries are a little... It's kind of a hit or miss. You get batteries, ooh, great batteries. But if you start running lipos, and I have plenty of lipos now at this point, the batteries just start to accumulate in a box, and I'm worried that eventually they will start to ooze out, if you will. And they start ruining everything, and they start having battery acid everywhere. No fun. But, yes. Nice drum, Hyperfire, $8. Like I said, a little pricey, but it was in really nice condition, and having all of that, it was worth it to me. So, and in the same location as the Hyperfire, I found this Sonic Green Recon. It's a shame that they wrote over this, but you can get most of this off with a little bit of alcohol. I do have the Sonic flashlight attachment rail piece, and I also have another one of these Recon barrels that I got out of a bag, but I was able to get most of the Recon actually in one piece and in really, really nice shape. It did have the 6-round mag with it, and very clearly works just fine. This was just a nice little piece, kind of a little collector's, if you will. I do have a Maverick in the same color, and I do keep an eye out for any of the other, like the Stampedes or the Vulcans as well. If I come across them, I will grab them, but as of right now, this and the Maverick are the only two ones I currently have. And last but not least, the big boy, a Sonic Ice Centurion. Now, I do have one, if you've seen on my streams, that I do over at Twitch, at twitch.tv/vile_mods. I am currently creating a XBZ high-powered Centurion that I'm probably not going to finish on stream just due to the fact that it is high-powered, and I don't want to say anything that I shouldn't to get people in trouble. I have named it Black Ice, and it will be awesome. Keep an eye out on that. I do post it also on my Instagram. But I did find this one. I don't know what it is about Centurions. I cannot find them functioning. I don't know why. So I can't seem to find a Sonic Ice Centurion that actually works. Now this one is in really, really good shape. Same thing, I got it for, it said $8 on it, but in all honesty, I got it for a couple bucks less because I could prove that it didn't work, and I will always state, if you can show them at the counter that these toys do not work, just ask them, hey, is there anything you can do for me? Literally, you don't have to push it. Don't go beyond that. They took $2 off the price. Ask. The worst they can tell you is no, in all honesty. So, but yeah, $2 knocked off of that. It was $6. And for the mag alone, in super, super clean shape, and having another Sonic Ice Centurion. Luckily, this one does have its screws. The last one I got, actually, the reason I started kind of carving into the case or the shell was because the fact that it was missing a lot of screws and the internals were shot and a lot of the posts were broken due to the fact that the previous owner had gotten into it. So this was another nice little find. It's a shame that it doesn't work. Maybe I'll use it as an internal swap where I'll swap the internals out of another functioning, like just a standard edition Centurion, but we'll see. I know I'll probably see another one eventually. So that's it. Like I said, it's a little bit difficult for me sometimes to do the recording in there just for the fact that there's a lot of background noise. I can't really do audio. I tend to have to mute everything, so it makes it a little bit easier for me to do it in this format just for the fact that I would like to show it. It's a little bit easier as well because some of these are acquired on different days due to whether I was in the area of those particular thrift stores or that particular Ross or whatever. So, like I said as well, this also shows you can get deals on a blaster if you ask. If it's very clear the blaster is not working and you wouldn't mind using it for parts or an integration or something like that, like I said, ask. Be courteous, be nice. If they say no, just be nice with it and either buy the blaster or put it, say you don't need it or don't want it. So either way. Hey, if you made it this far, you're awesome. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and come check me out over on Twitch to keep up to date on my current mods I'm working on. I hope to see you there sometime.